Hi everyone, Aaron here for Zollotech, and this is best skins ever for the iPhone 6s Plus. I wanted to put this on here and show you what it takes in order to put this on and then see what it's like to use after that. So this is about $9 ordered from Best Skins Ever. It comes with a back and a front, and this is the glossy one. There's a matte option as well, and this wraps around the phone. Now in order to do this, you need to actually get a spray bottle or something like that, put about a drop of baby soap or any soap in it, and then fill it with water, and what we'll do is apply it to the back of it, and I'll show you how to do that. But I wanted to show you this, and we'll apply it. Now it's probably going to take me about an hour to do this, and then we'll talk about it after it's done. The first thing you need to do after you wash your hands is spray your hands down with the solution that you created using the drop of soap and the water. Then you can move on to actually peeling the sticky side backing off so that you can wet that down as well. Now this water solution not only activates it, but allows you to slip it around on the back of the phone to align it perfectly. So we're going to wet this down really well. You'll see some of it dripped onto the phone, so you want to make sure there's as little dust as possible on there as well to make sure you don't get that trapped underneath. Now you can place the skin onto the phone, but you want to be careful and align it as carefully as possible. Just take your time and do a good job here and figure out the best way it fits. Now it's going to fit very precisely over the camera lens, so you want to line it up there and with the microphone and get all the cutouts perfect, and just take your time, slide it around. You can see there's a bubble there, and we'll just pull that out and slide everything into place. It takes quite a while to do this properly, so just like I said, take your time and do it right. Once you have everything in place, I'll push the large bubbles out with my finger and then squeegee the rest of it out. So I've just got a squeegee. You can use a credit card, whatever you've got. You can push the rest of the bubbles out to kind of get this to set down flat onto the phone. You also want to try and avoid any of the holes where water could get into and just move around those. I have the back piece in place, and now I need to put the sides around the edges. Now they're not going to stick right now because it's a little bit wet, so what I want to do is use a hair dryer. It actually speeds the process up. We'll kind of make this a little more sticky, and then it will stick to the sides. So I'm going to do that now. Now that I've heated everything up, you can see it's actually sticking to the table a little bit. I'm going to look for more bubbles, make sure I can work the rest of those out before I work the sides onto it. So now we'll check everything else and then work the sides down. And the sides do take a while to stick, and I actually have a piece of lint under here, so I've got to pull it back, get that out with my fingernail, and then push it back down to make sure it stays flat. So you just push this down, work around the sides. Take your time and push everything down, just working around the phone, and if you need to, like I do, use heat over and over. Not only does the heat help it be more sticky, but it also helps get a lot of the air bubbles out. It kind of shrinks the rubber or plastic a little bit more so that things stay in place. Now before we push down the sides, I noticed some air bubbles, so I want to push those out before. So I'm going to pull this back up, get the air bubble out, and push it back down. Around the side, sometimes if it's sticking up, what you can do is just put your hand here and hold it, and the heat from your hand and your pressure from that will actually get it to stick, and it'll stay right around the edges. So you want to do that kind of around these corners too. Just put it in your palm and then do this with it. The back and the sides are done, and you can see it wraps around nicely. It will take a while to finish drying, but the back and sides are done. I'm going to move to the front, so I'll need to clean this off first, and then I'll go ahead and apply it. I've got a microfiber towel here that I'll wipe this down with. I use a little bit of a spray that you can see in the upper corner there. And now that we've got that, we just spray it down like we did the back, make sure it's nice and wet, and then place it on the front of the phone. And the front is usually a lot easier than the back because you don't have to deal with the sides and all those little pieces. You just have this front sheet. So move it into place, and then we're going to get the squeegee and do the exact same thing we did before. The Best Skins Ever is now applied, and it's on the front and back and sides, and it will take a while to fully dry and make sure everything's pushed down, but they turn out pretty well, and they seem to last pretty well also. They may eventually over time start to peel on the sides and things, but for the most part they're pretty good, and they're definitely inexpensive, and if you need another one you could just grab another one and apply it later on. Responsiveness is great, 3D Touch works as expected, and everything works just like you'd think. Now on the back here, I want to show you how accurately these are cut. Right around this camera lens here, there's no gaps whatsoever. It's just perfect, and it's really nice. Like I said before, they have gloss and matte, but be sure to check them out. I'll leave a link to them in the description below. If you ever use them, let me know in the comments and let me know what you think of them also. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe and like. As always, thanks for watching. This is Aaron. I'll see you next time.